All right, thank you for staying with us. It's still Sports Tonight, and I still have with me the Commissioner for Sports in Ogun State, Honorable Afolabi Afuakpe, and of course the General Manager of Gateway FC, Mr. Onotolu, still talking about what happened on Sunday. But we were discussing before we went on that break about what happened there, and your players, you are saying that your players came in late. You came in 2:15, but you were not allowed to come in until 5 minutes to 4, and all of that, and all the troubles that you had. And the players were the ones that came up with the idea that they were not safe.
No. Immediately we
played the game.
Immediately we got into the stadium, few minutes to 4. While the other team had the opportunity of the warm-up session. You know, they have to rush, change, go for the warm-up for just few minutes, come for checking. By the time we did all that, it was after 4. So we are a law-abiding team, and we follow the rules strictly. As after 4, the referee just came and said, check them. So it was something 4:30. Says you go to the field of play. We now ask. At the pre-match meeting, rule 3-4, very clear on security. We agreed that minimum 50, which we wrote down and you signed. We are the 50. Okay, let's do the end. They were not up to 15. As at that, they were just trying to bring them in one after the other. Then the match com said he will go for reinforcement. So by the time we went into the field, it was even after 4:30, and the rules are very clear there. How could you have played the match 20 minutes to 5, and how would the match end? Our players were in, despite they hurried up in warming up. They came for the check-in.
So for you, what are the issues now? The lack of security, and the fact that at 4:30 the referee hadn't made preparations for the game to start.
That is it. So
you were behind time, according to the rules of the game, and then you had inadequate security. Is that the position that you...
That's the position. That's the position. The rule says, if a match did not start at this 30 minutes after the scheduled match, which should be 4:30, then whichever of the team causes the delay will be sanctioned.
But why? I mean, the discussion of the match commissioner also comes in here. The match commissioner, according to the report, was still insisting that you guys should play. Why didn't you just follow the instruction of the match commissioner, who was in charge of the game and could interpret these rules and set some of these things aside for you to have the game played?
We should play under that situation when everywhere is chaotic and the lives of everybody is in danger, with policemen not up to 20, haven't arrived at the control that we will use 50. The situation there, it was like an indirect intention to play that match under a lock and key. Because the NNL says don't play it indoor without anybody watching. Now, if you are insisting everybody to come in and you want us to play with just less than 20, we are telling them to reinforce. At the time they were reinforcing, because they were showing, there were pictures we have seen on the screen. The picture they were showing you of the multitude of policemen. But the policemen, they now went to reinforce. Few minutes to 5. They were running to the stadium. We had
but now it is a case of the words of the officials of Gateway and against the words of the officials of ABS, because they were saying that they had well over 70 policemen at the venue.
The policemen you saw in that clip they show, I showed you about 2-3 days ago. That was few minutes to 5 or after 5. After they had been reinforced, they came in with guns. They were rushing. We showed it. We recorded it.
These are your own pictures.
They were just coming in after an hour.
This is about the 5 minutes to 4 when they were coming into the stadium.
1 hour after they had been at the stadium.
Inside the bus?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the picture that you are showing now.
That is it. And the other team had been in the main bowl. They had gotten the opportunity to warm up. They were rushing so that we can even meet up with the time. And by the time they got in, they changed, they went for their warm up. And
this is Gateway.
Warming up.
But these policemen here,
yes,
were these pictures also during the warm-up?
While the match was about to start, this is about between 4:25, 4:30. Do you see the policemen? They are scanty policemen. Are these people up to 20? They were bringing them 1, 2, in scanty number. They said they are going to reinforce. So they were coming in the stadium, and we counted them here. Not up to 20. So we can't start a match like you promised you are going to give us 50. So the reinforcement was what they did. After they had done they call it walkover, which I don't know. They cannot declare a walkover anyway. They're just only to do the formality and then take their report to Abuja. We told the matchcom, as we were locked outside, we were telling him, this is 4 o'clock after 4. We are going to play this on post. He said we should go and write. We wrote and gave. He says he's not received. He will receive later. He didn't receive the protest letter even before the match. before we came.
When did you write the protest letter? Before or after the walkover?
When we got into the stadium and we saw the humiliation we were being subjected to, we told him we are playing. You know, you cannot tell him, you say you are playing under protest. But what we saw, he said you should go and write it. We now wrote the protest. He refused to collect it. Even after they had done the formality, we followed him. If you watch that clip, we followed him. We were begging him, take our protest letter. He refused. Our lawyer came and said he shouldn't take it. The pictures are clear. We recorded their voices. We show it. It's there if you watch it. But the rules are clear again. You can still protest 24 hours after the match. That was what we did. You can still send in your letter. So we quickly went and paid our money into the bank. Secondly, you know, the irony of this is this. While this thing was going on, we were intermittently discussing with the secretary of Lawrence, secretary of NNL. We're telling him. I said, in the morning we said, look at what happened. Oh. They said the gate fee is 15. I said, if we call them. When we were locked out, we called him.
That's your protest letter?
Yes, that he refused to take. After everything had been done, we now came out and we were taking the photographs. So people know that it has been written. But the rules here allows 24 hours, which we have done. We have paid the money. They have even told us they have received the money. They have seen the alert. Lawrence told us. And the letter too had been taken to Abuja. People told they are taking it there. Before the match, a day prior, information at our disposal revealed that we will be humiliated, we'll be subjected to so many threats and what have you. So we quickly wrote to Abuja, this is what we saw, and we have had. Please, just be on alert.
A day to the game?
A day to the game.
Even before you had the pre-match
That is it.
You had
we were told. So we wrote to Abuja. We have the letter, copies of the letter, that, well, please come to our rescue. This is what we have been exercising, and see what we are doing. At the pre-match meeting, despite what they have done, we were even relating with Lawrence. And we were telling him, he said we'll correct them. Why should they not allow our VIP? So we don't even mind. Even when the commissioner came, he said, okay, if the gates were locked, we want to buy tickets. They took him round, the tongue tie, while they were selling, nobody was there to sell tickets. So it was a gimmick. They didn't sell any 20,000 naira, 20,000 naira ticket. So why all these things were going on? Few minutes to 5, they now opened that gate for some fans to come in, even their own fans. If you watch our clip, as at 4:25, the whole place was empty. It's there in our clip. Everywhere was empty. So we cannot rig the life of our players. So he consulted with us, and we said, with what we are seeing here, the life of these players are not savable. It's better for us not to start this match now. If we start the match at what? 20 minutes to 5, and we walk out. The rules are clear too. If you walk out of the match, you stalemate a match, then you will lose your 3 points, 3 goals. So it's better for us not to play a match when the lives of our people are in danger. That is it.
All right, we'll try to establish contact with Aloy Chukwuemeka, the general manager of ABS, and then find out from him his own answers to all that officials of Gateway, particularly the general manager, Mr. Notolu, has talked about, the timing and the security. And once we're able to get across to Aloy Chukwuemeka, we will take him on and find out what his own side is, or what reaction he has to all that Mr. Notolu and, of course, the Honorable Commissioner for Sports in Ogun State have said. But let's come to this issue now, because it's a very, very complex issue, yet very simple. You have said your own side, they have said their own side. The NFF disciplinary committee will sit down and look at all the issues and be able to come to a decision. What decision do you want from the NFF disciplinary committee?
We are a very disciplined side, players, officials, and management. We want to go strictly by these rules and regulations. Everything is there.
You want the replay?
No! What the rule says here is clear.
3 goals.
Of course. The rule says 3 goals. That a team.
You want? Of course. Okay. I'll come back to you. Aloy Chukwuemeka is waiting on the line.